All right. Before we start, I would like to ask all of you watching this to please click that like button. It's free. Like, go ahead and click that. I need that. Thank you. Now, let's cue the music. All right. Now, today's title, actually, it's all in the same fucking day. So, we're gonna go over why I personally have the views of the black community, especially black women, ain't shit. Let me change that to most of the black community ain't shit. Because last time I said that, well, actually, we're gonna go over what happened last time I said that on. We're gonna go over what happened last time I said that on Instagram. All right, switch to this view. All right, now I was too lazy to post like the 15-second clip of myself saying what I said. So essentially, what I said is this: I looked right at the camera and said, "Black women ain't shit," and this is why. Oh, it's on the screen. All right, now you're gonna want to pause the music for this bullshit.
The grabbing on the set, less than all 3 rounds, but I'm trying to go another. Cause my sex drives all night like a trucker.
See, let me tell you about this nigga that I had. He was fine than a bitch, but see what really made me mad. He used to fuck me like a dog. His dick was like a log, and every time I got that call, he had me coming out my drawers, pulling pants, smacking ass, and he was speeding down my walls. I used to slurp all on his dick, sit on his head, and suck his balls. I used to ride that nigga dick, he bought me all type of shit. I let him fuck me in my butt.
You let him fuck you in your what?
And you did. Nigga, I just couldn't get enough. I fucked the nigga off, and he was tweaking for the water. You know I got these niggas crazy, straight from Houston to New Orleans, trying to take the rubber out.
Now let's go back to that and let's get a play-by-play of that. Now I want y'all to notice something. CC Tyrell, that's one of my associates. He's one of those dudes that, typically runs through whores like it's nothing. And all of a sudden he developed a conscience out of nowhere, which confused the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, you don't give a fuck about bitches, so why? Nigga, what color is your mama? So, and not to mention, I've been listening to Tommy a lot of it, so I've kind of figured out, a lot of the shit that, the pattern does continue. So, but either way, we'll get back to that. Play by play.
The grabbing on the set, less than all 3 rounds, but I'm trying to go another. Cause my sex drives all night like a trucker.
So that confirms a lot of the. Now, this is just one, very crude example, but a lot of music in the black community sounds like this. Like, even Trina's old ass should be fucking retired, but she's still over there making records and shit. Bitch like about to be 40 some years old, still sounding like still, fucking around like she's 20 something. Either way, I'm gonna leave the music off for this one. So, hypersexualized, check.
See, let me tell you about this nigga that I had. He was fine than a bitch, but see what really made me mad. He used to fuck me like a dog. His dick was like a log, and every time I got that call, he had me coming out my drawers, pulling pants, smacking ass, and he was speeding down my walls. I used to slurp all on his dick, sit on his head, and suck his balls. I used to ride that nigga dick, he bought me all type of shit. Fuck me in my butt.
You let him fuck you in your what?
And you did. Nigga, I just couldn't get.
It's like there is like no shame in this. Like, why would you record a song of all the shit you do and put it on public display and then get mad when somebody call that shit out? Like, clearly nobody has ever checked them on none of this shit. And the person recording this is my cousin. Like the one that's like filming the old girl right here, that's my cousin. And yeah, like her dad's dead and whatnot. He was murdered back in 1995 or 96. And I'm pretty sure it was behind the woman he was seeing. Yeah. But that's just theories. I ain't gonna point no fingers. So if she sees it, it is what it is. But I'm just putting it out there. You can even look in the obituaries or look it up, and the information's there. So point is, when they say birds of a feather flock together, well, if logically she's hanging out with this girl who puts all her nasty ass business out in the streets, then family or not, like you got to call shit like you see it. So hoes flock together. Like, why would you put this information out there though? Like, what sane person would do this? You don't see. If I bring another race into this, people are gonna bring up, white people do it too, or they do it too. Well, point I'm trying to make here is, I don't give a fuck about what other races do. Like, if other races over there fucking animals, are you gonna do it too? No. What I'm trying to make is, like, if I'm talking about one specific race, it's because I'm trying to make a point to the race I'm speaking to, which is my race. So if I'm saying, we need to stop this shit, we need to stop the shit. We need to stop making shit like this, because, whether one or two people hearing this, I guarantee you she ain't the only one. Like, these two ain't the only ones hearing it. I guarantee you that they kids probably heard this shit, and they gonna hear this and pick up on this shit, and next thing you know, the fucking cycle continues where people who don't know shit are teaching other people who don't know, who are still trying to learn how to not be shit and how to, the cycle continues. So I'm gonna just play that one more time for you. No shame, just putting all your business out there. So if the next nigga comes around, like, he didn't heard this shit, like, bitch, why the fuck would I get in a serious relationship with you?
The grabbing on the set, lasted only 3 rounds, but I'm trying to go another, cause my sex drives all night like a trucker.
See, let me tell you about this nigga that I had.
Now, this nigga that I had must have not been an ain't shit nigga, but this nigga that I had, so that implies that there probably was more than one, that there probably been quite a few others since then.
Fine, then the bitch would see what really made me mad. He used to fuck me like a dog, and his dick was like a log, and every time I got...
Okay, dick was like a log. Why are you telling...
How he had me coming out my house, pulling pants, smacking ass, and he was beating down my walls. I used to slurp all on his dick, spit on his head, and suck his balls. I used to ride that nigga dick.
You might as well just make a fucking porno with it and put it on Pornhub and, call it a day. Or put it up on a paid website and actually get paid for the shit if you're gonna do that. Like,
about me all type of shit. I let him fuck me in my...
You let him fuck you in your what?
And you did. Nigga, I just couldn't get enough. I fucked the nigga off, and he was tweaking for the water. I got these niggas crazy, straight from Houston to New Orleans.
the nigga she was fucking sound like one of them simp ass niggas, like, just going after pussy, like. Trying to take the rubber off. That just proves niggas will like fuck anything and nut and anything, like no standards. End up with a whole bunch of kids and don't give no fucks about none of them. Don't give a fuck about the woman, don't give a fuck about the kids, don't know none of that shit. Men raised by, single black mothers. It never turns out well. And as far as my cousin, her uncle, he wasn't no bitch. So he was one of them niggas that I wish he was still alive, because I know if he was still alive, she wouldn't have came out the way she came out. All ghetto, ratchet, and just stupid as shit. And the thing is, she's not stupid, but, she hangs around a lot of stupid motherfuckers, which is, fucking up her mind, so. But either way, we're just gonna get into the comments that ensued afterwards. Oh, and this was like from a couple days ago. Bitch, do my hair. This is how black women talk to each other. But if you dare walk up to them and call them a bitch or out of their name or some shit like that, nigga, who the fuck you talking to, you old faggot ass little thing? They gon', you get that. But it's like, you just called her a bitch, so how the fuck you gonna disrespect her out of her name? Man, that's like getting mad when a white person says nigga, and you just call your homeboy nigga right in front of him. What fucking sense does that make? Let's see. Alright, now let me see. Where is it at? I think it was down here. Damn, I mean, there was quite a few text messages in that bitch. Alright, there's the first one. Why the fuck you posted this? Bitch, why the fuck you post this? Like I said, I don't give a fuck of his family, but this shit needs to be called out. And what I said, because it's dishonorable to the whole fucking race. We got enough whorish behavior, and it's only getting worse because niggas are too fucking thirsty to call a hoe a hoe. Fuck your feelings. If you don't delete my friend, I'm like, what the fuck you gonna do? As a friend, you should tell her that shit is whorish, not let her do that shit and disgrace herself and the rest of us. Am I right? Was I wrong for calling this out? And let me see, my other cousin. Man, you tripping. I'm getting, they're a lot closer than I am with either of them. Cause like for the majority of my childhood, you know, I would hang around them, but you know, my mom kept me isolated away from the ghetto environment. And not to mention, you know, I still had the threat of my dad in my life. He was still in my life, although not to the, you know, extent that, the ideal where he was there every day, but, you know, the threat of, you know, the discipline I would get from him if, you know, mom ever told on him was there. So there was always that. So in a kind of way, I kind of had my dad all throughout my life. But, you know, that's another story. So, man, you tripping. That's another story that I'm not going to go put out there. So let me go see what else. I forget the order. So he's over here defending this shit. He's married. His woman don't do none of well, that's his business. I ain't gonna put his business out there because I'm not talking about him right now. Man, that's just a song. And just judge a whole race of women because of a song that two people was listening to. So do y'all think just two people are gonna hear that song? In the ghetto, everything gets passed around. It does. Women especially get passed around. That's why every fucking song you hear from these new garbage ass motherfucking rappers is I'ma fuck your bitch, fucking on your bitch, fuck your hoe. It's the same shit. None of them say any fucking thing different. It's like you live in a trash can and how can a trash can full of trash clean itself out? And now I know what the Bible means when it says good fruit, a tree that produces I forget the parable, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say? A tree will produce after its own kind. A good tree cannot produce bad fruit. A bad tree cannot produce good fruit. So yeah. I think I was thinking too fast there. So my cousin over here is clearly on some blue pill shit. Judge a whole race of women. Well, it wasn't just them. I guarantee that all their friends was listening to it, and they're probably all the same type. They're the type of women that, you know, they all, oh yeah, that's on jamming, girl. Ooh, bitch, that's on, you know. But then, right, you know, soon as he gone, oh man, that bitch a hoe, and you know, it might be the same hoes like trying to fuck the same nigga, cause that's typically how it rolls. Shit, that anyway. So what I responded, it's not that fucking hard to find black women acting worse than this nationwide. I see it every day. Shit, you don't even gotta go far to see it neither. Shit, just go to any school in the ghetto, go to any of their Facebook lives. Shit, just look on the news, local news, especially if they're witnessing anything. Oh Lord. Man, the stereotypes exist for a reason. Now, and what about the other women that's doing it? I don't see you calling them out. Well, I wasn't going to silent. You know, I was kind of being silent about the whole epidemic of women acting like hoes, especially black women, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but that post that day just happened to push me over the edge. I'm not sure why it triggered me. It was like, God damn it, like you too. All right, fuck it. So there you go. And not to mention, I've been binge watching a whole bunch of Tommy Sotomayor videos and whatnot. And when the shit makes sense, it makes sense. Like, you just can't ignore this shit no more. And yeah, other women doing it, but that doesn't that doesn't give you the excuse and free reign to do it. Oh, so just wait, every race. So I told him, yeah, I'm gonna do every race, but right now I'm focusing on us. And then this nigga here runs through hoes. So, supposedly, like, runs through hoes. Nigga, what color's your mama? Like, the second I hear that fucking argument, it's like, and I've heard the same argument from watching Tommy's show so fucking much. It's like, oh shit, here we go. Now I forget what he said. There we go. I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I'm supposed to let a hoe slide because you're the same skin tone? No, you're not supposed to generalize hoes based off of skin tone. Well, I just happened to be talking about black women at the time, not other races. If I was talking about Mexican hoes or talking about like Asian hoes, I'd be talking about them. But in this case, I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about these hoes. So, and nigga that describes himself as a pussy whisperer, you just tried to excuse black hoes because of what my mom is. I'm like, no, I excuse your mom because she's a black woman. I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You said they ain't shit. Now, I did say that, but I then kind of changed it and said most. So, what else? And these things are kind of out of order, so excuse that. Where's it at? So I said most, unless you gloss over that part, and he ain't say shit else after that. So I just go to show you, when they like watch the video first, they're in their feelings and whatnot. They're triggered, so they'll just play through everything without actually hearing all the details, and don't watch it again. So then this guy, cool guy, decent music, but I'm not holding any punches. I don't care who you are. How can you generalize an entire race of women over a song? Same argument. Your opinion is your own, but I think that's the most ignorant statement one can make over a song. So when the song My Baby Daddy came out, that everybody was fine with that. Or when Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks was a worldwide thing, nobody wasn't complaining about that, and everybody just like literally partied to it in a drunken stupor. Or what about what is it? Matter of fact, you can name a whole bunch of other, raunchy ass songs that everybody heard and was just, yeah, and just partying to. But, you say some real shit about hoes or black women, all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. Niggas been treating women like shit since the fucking 60s and 70s when a pimp culture came into play. But it's a problem when I call this shit out. And it's not just me, so it's like it's to the point where if you have any sort of real talk, you get attacked for it. Now, how can you say my opinion is my own, but it's stupid? Moreover, if you don't like it, don't give it your attention. No, ignoring it makes the problem worse. Shit, we let hoes do whatever the fuck they want, and now they got the power to like literally take your kids from you, rape the fuck out of you in child support court, and divorce you for like literally no reason other than they just don't feel like being there no more. So that's what happens when you ignore the problem. Like, if you get shot and you just ignore it, is a problem gonna go away? Fuck no, it's gonna get worse. You might end up losing like half your body. And these are, since women are the, first teachers of children, they teach this shit to children. So you can see why this is a big fucking problem. They teach that, then the cycle continues. But it's just one song, right? At least the person who made it has enough intelligence to understand her demographic in which she caters to, allowing her to make money off words and music. And I I responded, why the fuck is there even a demographic for this? Like matter of fact, why is there such a large demographic in our community that listens to that bullshit? We know there's a problem. Every time a black man gets killed, we all march and shit. But when it comes to this, we don't want to say shit about it. When 9 times out of 10, the motherfucking thugs, killers, rapists, and all that shit that do all this shit in the hood came from women like this. Let's see. While I don't like it, agree and with everyone's music, I respect their ground and their ability to make something work for them. Like, I get that, but there really shouldn't be a fucking demographic for whoredom. If we're the chosen people, how the fuck can we be chosen and royal, but the royal people act like whores with no fucking standards? Like, if I was the Most High, I'd say, man, if I saw all this coming, I'd be like, you know what, y'all numbers are gonna be extremely large, but I'm gonna wipe out like probably 90% of you. Let's see. If black women ain't shit, then it has a lot to do with the black men or lack thereof in their lives. Who made the choice to leave the black woman by themselves? It wasn't black men that was trying to leave women in droves. It was a black women that chose welfare over the man and kicked the man out the house. The woman wanted the free rent, wanted all the free benefits. All you had to do was kick the black man out the house. Men didn't make that decision, the women did. And I understand that a lot of, us in the black community were raised by single mothers, but we need to stop. We need to get rid of that. Mama this, mama that. We need to stop doing that shit. Let's see. I hope you never have daughters. Why the fuck would you wish that on somebody? Like, if I have a child, if I have a daughter, have a fucking daughter. Like, why would you say some shit like that? I hope you never have daughters, because if you do, what they become will be your doing. No shit. It's the father's job to stop them from acting like hoes. I don't usually chime in on posts like this, but it infuriated me to see such. Okay, if it doesn't infuriate you, why did me doing it specifically trigger you? That, like I said, you a cool dude, but I'm not gonna back down from anyone, challenging me on this like this. Like you don't chime in on stuff like this, but when I do it, it's a problem. Why? It infuriated me to see such ignorance and self-hate. Self-hate? Because I don't like to see our people acting like hoes and bitches? No more what? Oh. From people who could use more energy finding a way to uplift instead. When you try to uplift people, they cuss you the fuck out or they call you lame or square. Shit. Even during high school, bitches was calling me lame. I ain't had the freshest J's on. I wasn't always looking the freshest or whatnot. You try to holler at bitches and they over there, going after the motherfuckers with tattoos and all that shit. I don't got no fucking tattoos on me to this day. Shit, the only time a bitch, black bitches want a nigga like me is after they like 30, 35 or some shit, or 40, and after they had like 15 kids from like Tyrone, and looking at me for stability. I'm like, nah, bitch, take your ass on back to the trash where you came from. No. And it's the simp ass niggas that want pussy so damn bad they have no impulse control that fall for that shit. And the niggas that are simping, I'm not sure why they don't just save up money and go get another woman from another country that's not as polluted as here. Like, this America is like literally like one of the worst places to find a woman. Literally, like, and not to mention, especially black men. If you want a black woman so bad, don't get a woman from here. Go the fuck to Africa. Like, take a trip to Africa and get you one from there. Let's see. What is it about yourself you're so unhappy with? I'm doing all right. Like, I'm upset with what I see. I don't like to see our people being the being the trash of society, being at the very bottom. I'm tired of being at the bottom. Everybody, I'm with y'all, but at the same time, I gotta separate myself from a lot of motherfuckers who think, on a lower frequency. Everybody wants to just be party all the fucking time, drunk, smoke weed, drink, smoke weed. Fuck, I never been one to just, think like that all the fucking time. I maybe did that for like maybe less than not even a percentage of my life, maybe like 0.001%, and did that like every once in a blue moon. It was never an everyday thing for me. Let's see. And it's not just her. There's an extensive catalog of music out here just like this. Men claim to hate hoes, but end up being the main ones lying down with them and be the first to call them hoes. Shit. And some of these black dudes, they were in Japan fucking all the Japanese hoes, even though there were black women there too. So I don't want to hear that shit. In Japan, fucking all types of Japanese hoes. But got the nerve to get mad at me, for calling black women out on the shit they do. Let's see. And Artie said all this. Why is there even a demographic? You like women listening to whore shit and becoming whores? This shit just keeps happening because we don't say shit about it. Black fathers are known to be absent because whores ignore all the good ones in favor. Yeah, they hit the wall. They'll suck a decent brother dry. How's this self-hate? If God chastises those whom he loves, shouldn't this be looked at as an act of love? Like, well, what is it? Go check this out real quick. And all those people who claim to be in the Bible all the fucking time, I bet they just gloss clean over this. Do not hate a fellow Israelite in your heart. We are the Israelites, right? Rebuke your neighbor, frankly, so you will not share in their guilt. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. So if I don't say nothing affectionately, I hate that motherfucker then. So if I didn't say shit about what I see, I'd be just as guilty as them. So everybody's saying don't judge, but if you try to use that whole the law's done away with, because what was it, Matthew 5? Matter of fact, let me look it up. I think it was 5:17. Why? Oh shit, I remember that one. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So that means the law was... Yeah, but so anybody that says, the law's done away with, you can go on somewhere with that shit. Now, back to what I was saying. You clearly don't have the capacity to engage in this conversation with me, because your rebuttals still contain generalizations and antiquated information theories. Okay, when people start using big ass words and all that shit, it's like, so you really don't have nothing to say to what I just said then. That's pretty much what you're telling me. You don't have to use big... The more words you use, the more it's like, man, nah, bruh. Like you didn't answer none of those questions. Like, I already said everything. Like, you don't have nothing else to say. You can't say nothing of that. Let's see. No disrespect to you. You're entitled to your own opinion. I just happen to vehemently disagree. Well, all you had to say was you disagree. You didn't have to go into a whole diatribe about all that until you can remove the foggy lenses and understand what you're really... Let's see. Yeah, what you're really angry at, you'll only be capable of seeing it from one front. I don't like our women, acting like hoes. That's, basically what it is. I don't like to see our I don't like to see black men killing black men. I don't like to see, black men raping black girls or black women. I don't like to see none of that shit. But it's happening. And if I don't say nothing, I'm just as guilty as a motherfucker doing it. So, but I'm being called wrong and, being called all types of shit for speaking up. Then this other punk ass nigga, what was his name? DJ T.O., some faggot ass nigga that probably bought his followers and shit. Matter of fact, we'll get to that later. Let's see. Oh, damn it. So he like that, and that's where it pretty much stopped. Now, especially when I brought up the child support thing, so it's like nothing to say to that one. And it's not about winning. It's just like they're just don't attack me unfairly when everything I'm saying like has a basis in fact. I'm not making this shit up. Let's see, E.L. Stark. I don't know who these guys are, but so I engaged them. There will always be whores. Irrelevant. Perhaps you need to change your company or your energy that makes them gravitate to you. I don't hang around nobody. I really don't. Like these days, I'm by myself a lot. Only people I hang around is my wife and my son. I barely hang around anybody else. Let's see. Black women are beautiful. Irrelevant. Once again, what does that have to do with what they do? I don't give a fuck if the bitch was a 20. If the bitch is a hoe, she a hoe, which makes her a 0. Let's see. I think Uncle E is correct. Co-signing. You are not providing any details besides the music argument. Well, the fact that they put that out there shows like a lack of shame and are proud of their whoredom. I mean, I could be reaching here, but let's see. This may be due to your environment or you have been burned by a woman or multiple women. You know what? What's funny? I got burned by a Latina who acted just like a fucking black woman. So by proxy, I have dated a black woman. And dealing with that shit, I'm like, that's as close as I'll get. Nah, I don't need to be in the fire. Being in the frying pan was bad enough. Let's see. By the way, every group of people will have, as you put it, their whores. But their whores aren't propped up like black women are. I'm not even sure what the fuck Amber Rose is, but black people prop her up. Black China. Black folks prop her the fuck up. Why the fuck are these hoes getting treated like royalty? I didn't realize, fucking every nigga you come across who has money was a thing to be proud of. And once again, everything I said, I rebutted to them. Irrelevant. 1 to 10 with attitude is a 0. Another's not worth dealing with all the demons on her. I said, so this nigga wanted details. I'm like, you must not be paying attention to all the shit they do on Facebook. Like, yeah, they can highlight it, but shit, you can just go to any club. They act like this. They do act like this. A majority of them in public events, if it looks like a duck, acts like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Let's see. They don't hide, and they sure as shit don't hide this shit. Like the fucking video. They didn't hide it. It was just right there public. So it's not like I went looking for it. It was just record. You're talking about a particular type of woman. Well, when a particular type of woman, comprises the majority of the people I'm talking about, or the race I'm talking about, that's a big fucking problem, don't you think? You're speaking of superficial types. A lot of black women are superficial. Unless you just want to, nitpick here and there. Grown women don't deal in that. Grown women won't get offended by the shit I'm saying. Grown women, and the grown women, so here and there, they know their worth. They know I'm not talking about them, and I shouldn't have to say who I'm talking about. If it offends you, then it's because you're engaging in a behavior I'm talking about. If you're not engaging in it, why the fuck are you all in your feelings about it? That's why I don't feel like I should have to say all or not all. I don't feel like I should have to say that. And people, throw a bitch fit when I don't say it. Let's see. Superficial type, and you can read it. Black women, black children consume the most media, because black women, they don't give a fuck where they do stuff. They'll twerk out in public. Don't give a fuck if your children watching or none of that shit. Just out there, just twerk. Maybe show a little ass, maybe show some cleavage, just be dressing just like prostitutes, like they selling ass, and a lot of them are starting to do that. So, and real black women that ain't doing this, they won't get offended. How are you fixing the situation with this post? Nigga, how the fuck are you fixing the situation by defending it? Like, you making it worse by giving them an excuse to do so. This is like dudes who think like this are the reason why hoes will always have a home to go to, why they'll never be out on the fucking streets where they deserve it to be after all the hoe ass shit they do. You said it's a problem, provide a fix. Why the fuck is it the people who call out the shit are the ones that are responsible for providing the fix? Why is it never the motherfuckers that simp for them that have to provide any answers or anything? Putting down women in your demographics is not the way to go about change. Yeah, it is. Back in the day, you know how you stopped this shit from getting out of hand? You shamed motherfuckers or you burned them. Shit, and people claim to, love that Bible. When what was it, Judah? When Judah was let's see, two of his sons married, what was it, Tamar? Both of them were evil or some shit. I'm not sure what they did, but apparently they wanted to go fuck other bitches besides, who they were supposed to. So Most High killed them both. And when it came time for Judah to give his, last child to Tamar to marry, because the son-in-law thing, he was like, he's a little bit too young. I'll give him to you later. I don't want this nigga to die too. So, time passed, and she saw that Judah didn't honor his side of the deal, where he's supposed to get the youngest son. So what did she do? She got on her dressed up in a prostitute costume, and Judah, I'm guessing he was in a drought, so he saw her on the side of the road and was like, man, look, I'm trying to get some pussy, man, how much? So she said, all right, give me your staff and all that shit, personal belongings that belong straight to him. He got laid. He ain't, she was in the sky, so she ain't know. So afterwards, she left. Then a couple months later, somebody told Judah that, your daughter-in-law's, played the whore and whatnot. She's pregnant. And what did Judah, say to do? He's like, bring that bitch here. Let's burn her. We don't play that whole whore shit around here. Oh, hell no. They burned motherfuckers back in the day. But to finish that story, she said she sent that shit right back to him. It's like, I'm pregnant by the motherfucker who owns this. And he was like, oh shit. Well, guess can't do it now. So but that just goes to show, back in the day, they burned whores. They didn't play that whole shit. And once again, I did point out, do you see any other races being proud of their whores? I mean, white folks, they like to do all types of wild shit, like watching their wives get fucked by black dudes, which is, and I think they just be watching the dude. So, but that's another story. I'm not talking about them. Stop making this seem as though this is an entire race situation. What I want to know is, why is this nigga all up in his feelings? I wasn't talking about you. I said black women. You a man. Why the fuck is you a man getting emotional? Why don't you look at our history and why we are the way we are? Man, nigga, we've been the same way since before we came out of Israel. Defiant, hard-headed, stiff-necked. So, And it's because of where we are today that we are in the fucking situation we are. We haven't changed since ancient days. And the ones that, did have a mind of their own, where they weren't sheep, where they were meant to be, shepherds, lead people away to tell people the facts, what do the people do? But man, fuck this nigga right here, you old lame ass, mark ass trick, man. That behavior was all the way back then with the prophets. They either killed the prophets, beat them, jailed them, tortured them, but the people did that to the prophets, not anybody else. When the prophets went to other nations, they were treated better. Hell, some of them we even elevated in status. But around our people, and there's a reason why in the New Testament, Yahshua, the Savior, the Mashiach, even goes as far to say our prophet is not without honor unless it is in his hometown. So even amongst our people, we ain't shit. But you go to somebody else, they'll appreciate what you're saying. So whenever people try to come at me with a twist of the Bible, I'm like, no, I'm not about to let you use that incorrectly. Like, the Bible is contextual. Yes, it's stories, but it's based on history, and there was always a reason behind what was being done. It was not just a one-off thing. You have to take into context what was happening. So that's why I can't get with this whole race mixing thing. Back then, you didn't even have race. You had nationalities, and that's it. It wasn't so much as about, oh, you look darker than such and such. Like, I'm pretty sure there were different shades back then too, but that's another story. And back then it had to do with mixing of religions, so you can look into that too. So, as I pointed out, do you see any other races being proud of their whoredom as a whole? Nope. Has being nice about a bad situation helped ever? I'll wait. And that brings to mind a quote from the movie Seven, where Kevin Spacey said to I think it was Brad Pitt, these days you can't just be nice to people. You can't just tap somebody over the shoulder. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer, and then you'll notice you have their full undivided attention. So me saying this is the equivalent of hitting somebody with a fucking sledgehammer. And if I have to hit a couple more people with it, fuck it. You gonna hear this message one way or another. You may not like it, but you gonna hear it. So, and I'm like, if you're gonna pin this on, well, I didn't do the cutoffs like I was supposed to. Because he sounded like he was going to pin this on some white supremacy, just like Synthetic G, just like everybody else, all the pro-blacks. I'm not pro-black, so don't put me in there. He sounded like when he was about to, like, white man did this, white man did this. I'm like, yeah, the white man, put a lot of obstacles here, but you didn't have to fucking pick, you could just jump over the fucking obstacles and not stop to pick the shit up. Like, crack in the 80s. People were offered drugs. That doesn't fucking mean you have to take them. Like, I got offered cocaine. I was like, nah, man, nah, I'm good. And they kept pushing it in my face. I'm like, nigga, no, I'm good. Because if I already don't like how weed makes me feel, then what the fuck will happen if I'm on coke? I might end up, fucking some shit up. I don't know how I'm gonna act on that, and I don't want no parts of that. No. Besides, that shit might be laced with heroin or some other shit that I can't get off of. Fuck that. Just because it's in front of you don't mean you have to pick the shit up. So that's why I agree with Kanye when he said slavery was a choice. It was. Let's see. Historically, we've been victims of a lot of shit because we were cowards. Yeah, you could have chose. Somebody pointed out that you could have made slavery so unprofitable for them that they would have just eventually stopped fucking with you. But people didn't do that either. But it was prophecy, it had to pass, but that doesn't mean you had to go peacefully neither. So yeah, we were afraid of hearing the truth, afraid of confrontation, just like in the Bible. Just like in the Bible, where our people give us smooth words. We don't want to just give us smooth words. Same shit. And if these are your so-called queens, why aren't you holding them to a higher standard? First off, let's clear something up. These are our queens, and because of this shit, I hate that fucking word. I don't even want to hear that goddamn word no more. Queen, I hate that word. Because niggas like this is one of them niggas that'll simp for. this is one of those niggas that'll take care of a bitch with like 4-5 kids after she got like 50,000 niggas on her. He's one of those. Yeah, you can mix with the Sotomayor rhetoric, blue pill rhetoric. Yeah, blue pill guy definitely. Keep complaining, ain't shit gonna change for you. DJ T.O. peep this, and they just keep calling in more simp ass niggas. You know, the niggas that claim to be pimps and getting all types of ass and shit. But you know, he got mad at me, and I called his ass out, so blocked him. He also said worldwide black women aren't respected. I'm sure he's not being overseas. And I've been to Japan and Korea. So you may have been confined to the base area. Well, no, I got out. Just because I don't put everything on the fucking internet does not mean, it didn't happen. And not to mention, who the fuck are you? Like, I really don't owe you an explanation for anything, Matter of fact, I don't even have to defend my position on this. I don't. As a matter of fact, these niggas over here attacking me for my opinions, it's just, my response, he said something to me like, I hope you don't have any children. I was like, bitch ass nigga. So I was like, nigga, I hope you don't contaminate the gene pool with your simp ass genes, nigga. No, we don't need no more of you. If anything, we need more people like me who'll say what hurts people's feelings and get them to change, rather than niggas like you who'll make excuses. It's niggas like you that'll say the Bible was written by a white man and disregard everything in there. It's niggas like that who'll probably let a nigga fuck his bitch and she get caught in the act, and he over there, crying and begging after the bitch. Let me see. Yeah, and I told that dude, you already lost the instant you said Queens. I already know what your mindset is. Defend him at all costs, even if the disabled is dishonorable. Get the fuck out of here with that blue pill simp shit. And I don't know what the fuck that other piece of shit was saying. Why do you always... Then that motherfucker had the audacity to go to another one of my posts where I had a song, talking about the black community, about how we need to, how niggas is programmed, how we need to break that shit. But this nigga over there gonna talk about that's trash. I'm telling you, once motherfuckers don't like what you're saying, and you attacking, you like costing them easy pussy or some shit, they got a problem with you, because they want things to stay the same so they can just keep fucking, these low self-esteem having bitches, because they don't want to work for it. You must have been confined to the base area. I wasn't a Marine. I've been all over. Good for you. You shouldn't drink the Sotomayor or Kool-Aid. It makes a lot more sense than these motherfuckers are making. Why should I listen to y'all? Y'all probably like some young, y'all probably just a slightly older than me, and probably just spend your whole life simping after bitches. Why the fuck would I listen to, people who don't do shit? Whose whole existence is defined by a woman? See, this seems emotionally driven. I'm fucking mad. Let me see again. What is the fix if we know the problem? I told the nigga, I pretty much gave instances on how to fix this shit way early on, but niggas just seem to gloss over that and not fucking listen. They just seem to be typing but not absorbing. These niggas argue like bitches. They argue like bitches. Like, you give an answer. What is the answer? Answer's A. What is the answer? Bitch, I just told you it was A. Nigga, what is the answer? You know what? Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you no more. Let's up the ante. Have you become the black men those before you would have wanted? I would say yeah. I'm not a millionaire or nothing, but I'm not simping after a woman though. Let's see. What's your profession on the life scale? What have you done to your community? Nigga, what have you done? You are correct. The brothers started the trend with the music, but will he condemn them as well? First of all, I don't like who started what has nothing to do with this. I was calling out hoe ass behavior, and niggas took this to a whole different argument. They're doing what women do. Like, you start on one pathway and they turn it to a whole, try to turn your attention away. I'm like, no, you're not doing that. What's the solution? Shame whores behavior, not elevated. Stop treating the trash of the community like gods. But nobody like that. Let's see. And I told him, you asking a lot of questions about me, but not putting anything of yourself out. And this is my opinion, so why the fuck am I being attacked for? Black women can call y'all all types of names like Dusty, go fuck white men, get ghetto gag, come back like nothing happens, and y'all will accept the bitch like she a saint. None of the people who hate my stance are telling me I'm incorrect. And that's one thing Tommy did point out. You bring this shit up, and they can't defend against it. The truth will always prevail. Always. Your company is different than mine. You hang around a lot of hoes from what it sound like, fam. I don't hang around whores. I hang around folks that are positive. That's horrible, because when people are always fucking positive, they're generally fake. Nobody's fucking positive all the time. The only time you're positive all the fucking time is if you're on drugs. And if you're gonna be around a bunch of fucking drug addicts, that's not good company. Positive. Anyway, go take that shit on somewhere. You put it out there as an opinionated fact. Yeah, well, you can literally go anywhere and see the same behavior, so that makes it a fact. Opinionated fact is still a fact. Just saying, before dropping words like that, make sure you fully know your history. You know, these same niggas that talk like this think they know a little something, and think, you know, they may read like 1 or 2 books or some shit and think they know it all. But, you know, probably just, you know, get all the shit from information. They have a fucking library back there. I haven't read all of them, but I've read through, you know, some of them. And I don't claim to know everything. But one book that I have that did, you know, highlight a lot of shit, Breaking the Curse of Willie Lynch. Hell, I made a post about that on Instagram. That barely got any fucking likes. And I made sure to highlight the parts where it says to turn the men and women against each other. Nobody fucking says anything. Just gloss over, ignore that. We don't want to hear all that. But, you know, make a post about these hoe ass black women. It's a fucking problem. Let's see. By the way, you never provided the fix for the problem, and that in itself is a problem. Shit, you give a solution and they just gonna ignore it. So it's pointless to argue with a lot of these stupid motherfuckers. And this bitch ass nigga right here, I don't give a fuck about other races. Talking about our race, I want our people to stop uplifting bullshit and everything detrimental while blaming it on white supremacy. Do you know who your dad is? And if he is, was he scared of your mom and all that shit? I don't know what the fuck he was saying. He annoyed me. Just because other races do horse shit, that makes it okay to engage in it. Are you really justifying it? And these so-called men and doing this whole ass shit, a large majority come from a single mother. Sound like this nigga was like probably praising horse shit. So, and he told me talking about commenting on my appearance. So I'm like, bitches do that. Why are you talking about how I look? Like, nigga, you must want to fuck me or something. Like, when niggas start saying you look like this, that's some very homosexual shit. Bitches, spiteful bitches, talk about another man's appearance. A lot of these men have like effeminate behavior. And that's why a lot of the red pill men, you know, tell you that, you know, if you go down this path, you're gonna lose a lot of friends. And I've never gave a fuck about having a lot of friends in the first place either. So I'm fine with it anyway. I don't like being around a lot of people in the first place. Like, she cool, you know, Letitia and whatnot. Now the fact that she got mad that I mentioned this is just kind of like beyond me. I said black women ain't shit, so it's like, if you don't do any of the shit I described, why are you getting mad? That's why I don't feel like I should have to say, oh, like, people should be smart enough to know, like, oh, he's saying this. I don't do any of that, so he ain't talking about me. But I don't get why they have the need to just like defend everyone as a whole, even though these same bitches were the same ones that were antagonizing. She told me black women, you know, were antagonizing her and shit, like ratchet, you know, American black bitches were, you know, antagonizing her for, you know, her hair and shit, trying to rip that shit out or something like that. And she still defend them. So that's why I was like, what? I'm like, Man, you a better person than me. I couldn't be around motherfuckers. I couldn't defend motherfuckers who treated me like that. Fuck that. Like, people can use that whole turn the other cheek shit all they want, but Now, that was just about that. And she just doesn't like Tommy Sotomayor because he thinks he spreads hate. That's pretty much what that's all about. So, pretty long story short, I told her, man, you got to go watch some more of his videos, man. So, then I don't know who the fuck this was. Somebody, some white or Latina bitch or whatever, just came in out of nowhere and just started commenting on shit. There we go. You hate yourself and your mom too. And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you? And why does everybody come with that same argument? And it's like, once again, Tommy gets proven right with this shit every fucking time. They do all come with them same fucking arguments. What the fuck does my mom's appearance have to do with hating whorish behavior? So either they must have only saw the first part and then swiped to the other video, or they just don't like to hear people spitting facts. I don't know what it is. It must be a combination of both. Angry much? You're fucking right. Cause I'm tired of like dumbass niggas. Dumbass niggas shouldn't be allowed to talk. You know, I used to be against, sterilization, but I'm starting to, be online with that. If there should be a certain threshold for you to even exist. I'm starting to get to that point. Let's see, us Latinos and whites laugh at how you guys hate your own race. It's really sad. How can we respect you if you don't even respect your own people? First of all, I don't give a fuck what none of you think. Like, I was talking about our race. Why the fuck are you even here? Like, your opinion was not even wanted nor asked for. So why the fuck are you here? Asking how can we respect you? Why the fuck do we give a fuck about your opinion? And not to mention, every time you have a struggle, every time Mexicans or somebody or gay people have a struggle, they go over to black folks to get black energy behind it. Then the second they get what the fuck they need, oh no, you're on your own, buddy. When it's time for them to help us, nowhere in sight. So that's why I'm like, fuck your opinion. Yeah, and I threw that shit right back. Like, don't y'all got fertility and fentanyl problems to deal with? Like, matter of fact, shouldn't y'all be back at the border or some shit? I'm like, you gonna come up over here with that bullshit? No, we're not playing that game. I don't have any problems, and we don't see any race but blacks angry all day long, crying and yelling on TV, online about nobody likes them, but you guys don't even like yourselves. So this is a fucking black problem. Why the fuck are you here then? And notice, these questions, they never answer them. Ask, why are you commenting on where your opinion is not valid nor wanted, while using the exact same talking points as a black woman who does every dishonorable thing under the sun? How does me hating whorish behavior equate to me, hating myself and my mother? If your women were acting like whores and being proud of it, would you let them or correct that shit? Okay, continue your hate, buddy. I'm like, yeah, bitch, can't fucking say anything, so stay your punk ass, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Now I just think you gotta worry about the wrong things. So that brought to mind, like, why the fuck you telling me what's the wrong thing to worry about? Like, this is not your conversation to even be in. Why the fuck you here telling me what I should be worried about? If it's that big a problem to you, why don't you go handle it? See, making his best like killing black boys and whatnot. So many people are racist towards black people that look like you, and that page never have. Okay, if you're mission to attack the black women because they're, man, you sound like one of them liberal-minded motherfuckers that is enabling them and all that shit. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, you say all this shit trying to appeal to emotion without answering the questions that were asked. Either you can't answer or you won't. Make a choice. And he ain't say shit else after that. So, like, fuck that punk ass nigga. And you can go check out their screen names. I don't give a fuck if it's a nigga, if it's a white bitch, or I don't give a fuck what she is. She can get this work. Now, I blocked the name out because I shouldn't have blocked the name out. I could have been a dick and be like, you know what? To just put all the information out there. But, and the rest of these people is like, some of them are public figures. Some of them are, that just go around smashing whores and whatnot. So, do what you will. Now, what's funny about these Instagram posts, I got blocked in the end because the original post that, let's see, where did it even start at? That's right before. Okay. All right. The story behind this post: black woman. I'm pretty sure she was mixed. I'm fairly certain she was mixed because she's like brighter than me. But and then I saw a picture of her mom's. Her mom's was a little, brown, a little bit lighter than her. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But either way, point is, she had a post up saying that Koreans own 90%, or 11% of the population here, or something like that, and they own 90%. Meanwhile, black folks are like 11% or something, but consume like 90% of their shit. So yeah, so pretty much I said, why is it such a problem? Like, why are black women's self-esteem so low that you have to go pay to put all this extra shit in your hair? Yeah, what you don't understand is there are natural hair products sold in the store. I'm like, and long, lengthy argument and whatnot, and and I asked the question of, okay, there are natural hair products sold in the store, but what the fuck good is it, bringing up that fact if the weaves are sold out and not the natural hair products? So it's like, what's that bringing out? Like, who cares? Bruh, it's a natural hair care store. Have you ever been inside one? Well, considering I did grow up in Fifth Ward, yeah, I kind of had to. They sell both, so before, bitches over there were being condescending and whatnot. And yeah, I called her a bitch. So what? She was being a bitch. Let's see. Women have been using braid as a hair protective style for years. Don't argue with me. I'm a woman. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about your damn gender. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Like, just because you're a woman, I'm supposed to not argue with you. That's how you know a lot of these women don't have fathers in their lives to check to correct them. And matter of fact, a lot of these bitches don't have strong father figures and to put that fucking hammer down when they start getting out of line. Might have slapped the shit out of them when they should get slapped. And it's the fault of these niggas that's trying to get pussy, that be blowing these hoes heads up, that got them thinking that they can do no wrong. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to fuck none of them. I don't want to fuck none of them. Cause this mentality is a giant fucking turnoff. These women are toxic. It's like dealing with radioactive waste. Let's see. Using braids as protective style for years. Like, yeah, but using braids also fucks up your hairline. But we we're just gonna ignore that, all for the sake of your arguments, your whatever. If all women wear weaves, now notice I didn't say all, and well, I don't have the text messages no more or the Instagram post because the bitch blocked me. Because you bring some real shit to them, they don't want to hear that. They get in their feelings and start arguing from an emotional standpoint. Why is it that you haven't educated yourself on why they wear them? Self-esteem. Shit, I grew up in a household full of black women. Grandma, a bunch of cousins, moms, shit, aunts, aunties, all put in perm. That's what I saw. I didn't, not to mention, went to school, bitches with perms, all that, whatever the fuck that product was called they put in their hair. I barely saw any black women with their natural hair, if any ever wore the natural hair. It was never in its natural texture. It was always slicked back or some shit, or with a fucking perm or with a wig on. Always. See, to my having educated myself, it's like, bitch, you over here trying to sound like just because you doing your little college thing, like that's supposed to mean something. You need to look at the hair growth challenge women go through up on here. Like, okay, that may be a very small portion of women. Like, that does not Like, you over here trying to, take the minority and apply that to a whole majority to make your argument look better. No, it doesn't work like that. I have real sources, and you are tripping because the real sources are the women I meet on a daily basis. I'm like, well, shit, you must be meeting like a small minority, because I look around, go out, look around, I don't see a whole bunch of natural hair. What do you think women use under their wigs? Fish oil? They sell what we need to take care of our natural hair. But remember, what was the original question? Why do black women have such low self-esteem that they have to pay to put other shit in their hair? Why don't they just take care of their natural hair? And if that's the case, if you are, doing the natural hair thing, why isn't the natural hair stuff sold out? If there were that many people, doing this natural hair shit, that shit should be sold out all the time. It should never be there. You should never be able to find it. But wigs are often sold out or stolen. And anything to take care of a weave is always under lockdown. But for natural shit, they just leave that out in the open. Let's see, protecting our hair with braids underneath creams and oils and mousse and all. The fact that you have to put that much shit in your hair is a problem. Like, with black men, you don't have to do that. Just brush it, comb it, maybe put a little bit of, shampoo. And matter of fact, just use like some olive oil. No, not olive oil. What is it? Coconut oil. Shit, maybe even some, vitamin E, argan oil or something like that. And you good. You don't need to do all this extra natural, extra shit. Let's see. Have you read any of the product information where it says on the bottle for weave and for natural? I asked one question and it turned into all this. I'm telling you, sometimes women hair go through phases, and see, it went from alright, sorry, but it just went all like just yelling, literally yelling. And the whole time I was just being, if this is this, then why is this? What is this? Why is this? And shit, the first time I met her, shit, I made one small comment about something, and she's like, just went off into a fit. Like, she was one of them diva bitches. I was like, oh, you one of those? Okay, let's keep the contact minimal. You here with your, you here with your homeboy and whatnot. So let's go and get this done and over with. And yeah. But either way, man. So anyway, what do y'all think? Y'all think I was in the wrong, or y'all think I was overzealous? Y'all think I was reaching? If so, leave a comment, leave a like, dislike, doesn't matter, just engage. And either way, I'm gonna end this now, but I'll be back with another story. So remember,
don't forget the Mister.